Whether you're still working and you're doing tax withholding through your paycheck that comes in every few weeks, or you're retired and you're doing tax withholding through Social Security or your IRA distributions, it's probable that you're doing some sort of tax withholding throughout each tax year. And this may seem like more of an administrative task than a financial planning technique, but I think it's important to think about the arguments for withholding more throughout the year or withholding less and how it affects your tax situation. For people that think that withholding more is a good plan each tax year, you may want to think about the fact that you are giving that money to the government early. And by doing that, you are getting that money, if you have investment accounts, out of the market for more than a year. And it's really earning nothing in terms of interest or dividends or return. And it's really sitting in the government's hands. Some people argue that this is simply you giving the government an interest free loan throughout the year. However, the pro of doing this is you're more secure in knowing that I'm probably going to owe less when April comes around and I have to pay my taxes. And it's very unlikely that I'm probably going to be faced with any sort of underpayment penalty when it comes to my taxes for the year. For people that say you should never do too much tax withholding throughout the year, you may want to think about the risk of underpaying your tax bill throughout the course of the prior tax year. Underpayment penalties are a real thing. And for people that are not doing enough withholding, either 90% or the safe harbor tax withholding throughout the year, you may find yourself short of what you needed to pay in to the government throughout the prior tax year. And you may find yourself paying additional taxes and penalties because you did not pay in enough. But the pro is you hold on to that money for a longer period of time. And it does give you flexibility in terms of choosing what to do with it before you end up giving it to the government and settle up your tax bill. I think at the end of the day, it's really important to be talking to your accountant throughout the year to see how much am I withholding from my taxes through my paycheck or other items, investment accounts, social security, things of that nature. Do I need to be changing the amount of withholding that I'm doing for the year? And if you have a financial advisor and some of this is being done through your investment accounts, how are your accountant and your financial advisor talking to each other throughout the year to take some of this burden off of your shoulders?